Tell me the stories of Jesus. I love to hear things I would ask him to tell me if he were here. Welcome to Guitarlele Grampa. I'm Jim Henkel, bringing you a channel that celebrates Jesus in song and scripture. Let's see what today's video has in store. Today I have part 4 of Guitarlele Grampa's cigar box adventure. Brace yourself. I'm going to share how I braced my cigar box using this 1/4-inch square basswood doweling and a piece of 4 foot by 2 by 1/4 inch poplar. Well, my poplar is now 36 inches long to the point of this 45-degree cut. I used about roughly a foot of that 4 feet, and I used 2 pieces of this 1/4 inch square doweling. Well, not quite 2 whole pieces, because I have this piece and I have this piece and I have this piece and I have this teeny tiny piece, which I just dropped. It's so teeny tiny left. So what is that? You know, it's about 7-8 inches maybe altogether out of 6 feet of doweling. The rest, that 6 feet of doweling, is now inside my cigar box. And let me reveal, this is the big reveal. Are you ready? The bracing of my cigar box so that it can become a cigar box ukulele. Okay. The first thing I did to brace this box was to install a piece of that poplar right across what is becoming the neck end of my ukulele. And then I also used a piece of the poplar to brace under where the bridge is going to be mounted. So 2 pieces of poplar, about roughly 1 foot of poplar board. I did cut this at 45 degrees so that I could make this X-shape brace across the midsection of the top of my instrument, which is, of course, the bottom of this cigar box. This X brace, if you look up how do I brace my cigar box guitar, my cigar box ukulele, one of the designs they're going to show you is this X brace. And that's what I chose to do. Okay, my X run from the tip of the bridge brace up to that corner. All right, and this piece is all one piece, but the other piece is 2 pieces. You can see where those 2 pieces meet the center piece to make the X, but then I reinforced that joint by putting another, it's about a 2-inch piece of the doweling across to bridge that joint. So to make that joint extra strong. But I also outlined my box, the top of my box, from this bracing ledge. It's part of the box. It was there when I got the box, and I haven't touched it. I just let it be. I figured bracing is bracing, we'll leave it alone. But again, I added a piece of doweling on each side. all the way up to my corners. I reinforced the corners with a piece of the doweling, and then I ran 2 pieces of doweling across right here. There's 2 pieces of doweling, and then a piece of doweling literally just above the sound hole. All of that is to help reinforce when the neck is placed on the box. I want the box to be able to nice and firm to support that neck, okay, which is going to be attached with this hanger bolt and glue when the time is right. Okay, so that's why the extra doweling there at the neck end of the box and just above the sound hole is to help support the neck. And all together, this is now a very solid box. This what is the top of my instrument, the bottom of the box, it doesn't flex at all. It does not flex at all. The lid, there's some flex there, but in order to support that lid, first we have the piece of poplar, which made a ledge, and then I added a piece of doweling on the tail end of the box to make another ledge, so that now this lid, when it's closed, is supported on all 4 sides of the lid. And when I glue and clamp that after everything else is done, going to be one of the last things I do is going to be to glue and clamp this box shut. And once it's glued and clamped, this whole box is going to be rigid. And that's the goal of all of this bracing that I put in. Now let me tell you why I chose to brace my box using this doweling and these couple pieces of poplar. If you research online, how do I brace my box? One option, that probably the most frequent option, is, well, let's put in a 1/2-inch plywood liner. Or some even say, let's put in at least at the where the neck's going to come in, that better be a 3/4-inch piece of plywood. So they end up reducing the interior of their box by another full inch or more. They've taken a lot of real estate out of the box in doing that. I did not want to sacrifice that much of my real estate of my box. I wanted to keep the box as open as possible and yet as strong and reinforced as possible. And I think that my choices of materials have accomplished that. Why maintain that interior space? Well, because this is a small box. As far as becoming a ukulele is concerned, it's just 7 inches wide, 9.5 inches long, 1.7 deep on the outside. We got to take off 1/4 inch all the way around. Now you got 6.5 by 9 at the best. It's a small box. I'm going to compare it to my concert ukulele. I got the bottom of the box even with the ukulele. The ukulele is a good inch taller, but it's slightly wider at the bout, the lower bout, slightly wider than this box. And granted, it's narrower at the waist, and its upper bout, we're about the same width on the upper bout. So, but thickness-wise, look, the ukulele is a good 1/3 wider than the cigar box. There's only so much space for the sound. When you pluck the strings, there's only so much space for that sound to run around in. It's a small box and it's a rectangle. Why are the majority guitars and ukuleles and violins and name your stringed instrument, why are the majority of them in an hourglass shape? Improved resonance. It improves the resonance of the instrument to have it in an hourglass shape. This rectangle is not going to resonate the same way that this hourglass ukulele resonates. It just is not going to. My dog has fleas. My ukulele's got strings, right? Huh? That's still resonating. I'm going to be very surprised if this rectangular box comes close to matching the resonance of this hourglass-shaped ukulele, which is slightly larger, it's thicker, it's a little longer, and it has the hourglass shape. And one more thing, this is solid mahogany. It's not laminate. This is not plywood. This is solid mahogany, one of the choice tone woods for making instruments. Solid mahogany. This box is not made out of tone wood. This box is, I don't know what it's made out of. It's not cedar, so you may get lucky and find a cedar cigar box. No. Ooh. Prize that if you can find one. Prize that cedar. And it's thicker than the top of my ukulele. Not quite twice as thick, but it's getting close to that. Twice as thick. Yeah. And it's laminate, which is a fancy word for plywood. It's plywood. It's not solid wood. It's just not going to resonate the same way that this solid mahogany ukulele resonates. Not going to happen. I know that going in. Still, I'm choosing to make this an acoustic cigar box. I'm not putting any kind of pickup into this. I could. Many people do. They got piezo pickups and even humbucker pickups. Yeah, they do all these things. Basically make an electric ukulele out of it. This is going to be an acoustic instrument. It will sound like it sounds. I'm going to be anxious to find out what that's like once it's all finally put together. Right. I do want it to resonate as much as possible. Which again, back to the bottom line of my bracing. Preserving as much interior space of the box as possible. There you have it. The bracing of my cigar box on Guitarlele Grampa's Cigar Box Adventure. Keep coming along. If you like what you heard, hit like and subscribe to the channel. Guitarlele Grampa. See you in the next video.